Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and over like the last few months, you probably have recognized that I've been, I guess, making a little bit more gaming content here on the channel than I usually do, at least like talking about video games, right? Like I've been kind of criticizing Battlefield 2042 a lot, talking about like Call of Duty and just AAA games like Rockstar games and stuff like that in general, right? Just covering these kinds of topics, and that's because personally, like gaming is such a big part of my life, and it pretty much always has been, right? And I know that a lot of you are in the same boat, right? Like video games are your favorite hobby too, and you love gaming just as much as I do, if not more, right? I mean, there's so many people out there who they just love video games to a certain extent that's like crazy, but I mean, people love them, right? Like it's such a massive hobby and so many people are getting involved in it, and it's been growing and growing, and it's been awesome to see. But what's insane and what I never really kind of saw coming is the concept that Roblox games could actually be better looking, more polished, and look more fun than actual AAA titles that have come out recently. So today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Frontlines, which from my understanding is like an early access slash early gameplay or whatever over on Roblox. It's a first person shooter, and it kind of reminds me of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, except in my opinion, I think it looks even a little bit better. This game to me, I think looks better than the new CODs that have been coming out. I think it looks more fun than easily Battlefield 2042. That's not even a contest. I mean, there's really not that many AAA games that have come out over the last few years that I think even really look like they could compare to this. And you got to think, this is like just Roblox devs, right? These are people who are like basically doing freelance work in a way, right? Like they're just building their own projects on Roblox and, you know, hiring, I guess, people to do it with them. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later because there is some shady stuff to kind of cover with Roblox development and stuff. And I've talked about this like over on my Facebook page. But we're going to be taking a look at Frontlines here. There's about a minute worth of gameplay that I kind of want to show off. I think that this is the best example of it. And this actually went viral on Twitter. It has over 2.3 million views. It has almost 44,000 likes, almost 10,000 retweets, and it has about 1.2k comments. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the gameplay and we'll talk about it afterwards. So alright, so yes, this is a Roblox game, by the way, and everything about it, you know, kind of indicates that this could be like a standalone game, right? This could be just like something someone made in Unity or something, right? And it could be a good project. No, this is a Roblox game, bro. And not only that, but it's also in early access, right? This was apparently during like some sort of public test for the servers or whatever that they were doing. And this is footage that came from the game. I mean, the gun model looks very impressive. I mean, the environment textures and everything look really good. The gunplay looks really solid. The score counter and everything looks pretty nice. It's got a mini map. This game is quite literally just as developed and polished as a Call of Duty game that comes out on release. We are talking about in 2022, right? We have people who are making Roblox games that are actually able to contend, at least from what I can see, with like billion-dollar studios and publishers. It's insane to me, man. Like the fact that gaming has come this far, and that people are doing this from their bedrooms, basically. You have probably like, what, 300 people or something at Infinity Ward working on Call of Duty for 3 years. And every year when it comes out, it's just mediocre at best, right? Like the fan base plays it for 3 weeks and then everyone gets off and never plays it again. They go play Rebirth Island on Warzone for the next 6 months straight because there's no update or content worth it, right? But now you have people on Roblox doing what they do, all of these people with like 5 guys in a Discord, no burgers and fries, with like 6 months of development time in fucking Roblox on a like kids game engine, bro. It's honestly mind-boggling because you gotta think, people who can do things like this are so talented, right? Like they're so good at video game development, at animation, at modeling, and they're doing Roblox games with it, right? Now, this has kind of created, I guess, a little bit of controversy. A lot of people who've seen this video clip are like kind of criticizing the developers in a way, right? Everyone seems to think that this looks good, right? That I've seen on Twitter and whatnot. It's been hyped up. Of course, it kind of went viral and whatever. But a lot of the responses really kind of circle around this one main concept. Oh, well, why are these people spending their time making this game on Roblox? They could be doing this in a, standalone game and put it on Steam and make way more money and open themselves up to a massive player base way larger than Roblox. Well, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it's probably in a way cheaper to develop a Roblox game, at least to a certain extent. I mean, yeah, you got to pay developers and whatnot to make assets and like code the game and everything. At the same time, those are also all expenses you deal with in the outside world too. Like when you're making a game in Unity or something like that, or Unreal, you still got to buy assets or pay someone to do it for you unless you're just a jack of all trades who can do it all. But I would think on Roblox, it probably costs a little bit less, right? Because it's not really seen as a professional gaming platform. You're talking about a free-to-play online experience primarily aimed at children, where the most money that you're going to make off of it, like I've seen some projects pull in like a couple $100,000 a year, but those are like the biggest projects, right? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, there's a lot less hoops to jump through. You're opening yourself up to a massive community on Roblox as is. There's probably less real competition on Roblox, so you can actually go viral, kind of like this game did, simply through like a video on Twitter. And overall, it's probably just easier as a process and everything. Now, this is impressive. I think most of you are probably going to be pretty impressed by this too. So I'm actually wanting to play this game, man. Like I actually want to hop on this and get some gameplay on it or something. I don't think it's publicly available anymore. I think this was just some sort of like public alpha test or something during the early gameplay and everything cycle. But this is a game like I actually want to try out when it comes out. Once again, this game's name is Frontlines. And it looks pretty good, right? Because, I mean, when you look at, like, Battlefield 2042, and I know I beat up on this game all the time, but honestly, it deserves it, man. You look at that, you look at this, and, I mean, it's not really a competition, in my opinion. I mean, it looks just as good, if not better, than Battlefield 2042. The gameplay itself looks way more fun, way more enjoyable. The map design isn't even that bad. Like, from what I saw through the, like, 50 seconds of map design, I didn't even think it was terrible. Like, they have a legitimate project here, in my opinion. I think it looks pretty cool. Keep in mind, I haven't gotten to play it or anything. This is just me reacting to the footage, but I would love to get my hands on this game and try it out, man. So, there is one small thing to address about the Roblox community though, is the amount of like scamming that goes on. And I didn't know this was as big of a deal as it was, but apparently like children developers especially are suffering a lot from people scamming them and like ripping them off for their work or taking advantage of them. And at first I thought it was like a once in a blue moon opportunity, right? Like that never really happened, but apparently it's a lot more commonplace than everyone kind of thought, right? Like children developers are basically getting taken advantage of in a lot of ways on Roblox. Now, complete disclaimer, I don't know about the development cycle of this project in particular. I don't know who's working on Frontlines, what they're doing, what they're got going on, I guess, beyond the scenes or whatever. I just know what I've seen in this video clip, but that is like a legitimate problem on Roblox, and I really hope that a project that looks this good doesn't end up with a reputation like that, because unfortunately, that's kind of been swirling around the last few months about Roblox, and people have been criticizing it as an online community because they don't do anything really to prioritize the safety of children on their website, and they kind of have blown off a lot of major security incidents and whatnot. So at the end of the day though, like I find myself like hard pressed to say that I would play Call of Duty Vanguard over this right now, right? Like if I got my hands on this game and it played just as good as it looks and I enjoyed it and everything, I genuinely feel like I'd rather play a Roblox first-person shooter that uses these graphic styles and whatnot over the newest Call of Duty game. And the cool thing about a lot of these Roblox games is they actually come with content. You know, there's not just 3 maps to play, there's not just 5 guns to use. A lot of these first-person shooters that really kind of contend and do really well on the platform, they have a lot of content. They have a lot of things to enjoy. Like, please don't tell me Roblox developers are out here outpacing AAA developers in every single way, right? I mean, it already looks better than most of the shooters that have come out in the last few years. It already looks better than most of the games we've gotten our hands on already. It's kind of insane that a Roblox first-person shooter, like, it's funny to me, but like a Roblox first-person shooter is really out here getting so highly regarded, and people think this looks better than COD, like, and I'm one of these people. And honestly, I want to see what you guys have to think about this, right? I want to see what other people think about this Roblox shooter, and if you guys think that this is going to be any good, or if it looks cool or whatever. So anyway, with that being said though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @subtooptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Really, I just kind of wanted to highlight that this is where Roblox games are right now. This is where we're at in the gaming industry, where people are basically just... Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, this is Optimus. Well, more excited for a Roblox game than pretty much any AAA title right now, and signing out. Never thought I'd say that, so...